Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all about Chivas versus Toluca away from home, and yeah, what a game it was. Lots of controversy, lots of embarrassment, some good things as well, we have to admit that. We're going to go straight into it. Obviously guys, we did lose the game 2-1. And people want to complain about Garcia, and that's all well and good. I did tweet this out, by the way, right after the game. I was like, well, if you're going to blamed Garcia for this loss. That's fine, but I don't think this loss is on him. So we're going to go straight into the game. Obviously, it was a pretty decent game for the first half of that first half, and then Pulido goes and scores a really good goal. Inexplicably, disgustingly ruled out as offside. It later turns out it wasn't. Still waiting for an apology. If it was the Premier League, we would have had an apology by now. Yeah, inexplicable. The referee, I can understand him in the moment, not really seeing kind of the lines and seeing who was on and who was off. So you can excuse him in this regard. But the linesman called it straight away, which I thought was very odd. It was so close. I mean, the VAR had to have a really good long look at it, and they were looking at it for ages. And they eventually ruled as it was offside, which is inexplicable because you go back and you look, and everyone's seen the footage now, the freeze frame, the footage, the photos, the videos, all of it showing that he was actually behind the ball, he was onside, and the goal should have carried. And yeah, obviously, if we'd won the game, probably wouldn't be talking about it too much. But I think this moment cost us the game. If we'd scored that goal, I think we would have gone on and had a really quite comfortable game. Toluca were kind of dangerous, but not very, in my opinion, especially in that first half. I thought they were very average, to be honest with you. But then, yeah, that goal gets ruled out. The team kind of drops a little bit. Suddenly, we start giving the ball away a lot. And then, Tiba, man. Tiba's a good defender. I love Tiba. He's a brilliant defender, should I say. But he is capable of messing up. He did that. Gifted the ball to Alexis Vega of all people. You can't give the ball to him in that kind of area and not expect him to have some kind of ping. And he did. It was a good goal. I think Mankell didn't have any chance to save it, in my opinion. He did go through some bodies and went in the goal, and you're thinking, okay, so not only is Alan Pulido's goal incorrectly ruled outside, but now we've got the inevitable Alexis Vega goal against us. Everyone knew that he was going to score in this game. I was kind of hoping we'd win the game 5-1, but you're thinking, okay, typical, 1-0 down now, it's going to be a bit more difficult now. And it was a difficult game after that. And you have to say the second half, Toluca dominated possession, way more chances. We only had 3 shots on target the entire game. One of them was our goal. We'll talk about that in a minute. They dominated us in that second half for sure. I mean, the heads are clearly dropped. I don't know quite what was said in the half time, but it didn't work. This 18-year-old Hugo Cambreros come on, or was on the pitch, and then he goes and scores a goal. We all thought it was the equaliser. Sorry, we thought that was going to be the catalyst for us to go and win the game. It was 70 minutes in, so we had a good 20 odd minutes to kind of like really go for it and go win. I think, okay, 1-1 is a decent result, I guess, considering the goal that was ruled out. We should be winning this game 1-1, but we're thinking, okay, we could actually go on and win this game. And no, unfortunately not. But they had a shot. Cambreros accidentally hits it in this. Obviously trying to get rid of the ball, he just hits him and goes in the goal. 2-1. In the extra time, obviously, and yeah, 2-1. You're thinking, oh crap, here we go. So disappointing. I mean, like I said, I always knew Toluca away is going to be a difficult fixture. They've got plenty of previous Chivas players that obviously want to do well against Chivas. Alexis Vega being one of them. Kissed the Toluca badge after the game, which I thought was a little bit crass, but it is what it is. I think if he'd been in the Akron, he wouldn't have done that, but we'll never know. It just sucks. You knew that Vega was going to score. I knew that he was going to score. I was kind of reserved and resigned for that, but we should have been 1-0 up, man. We should have been like Pulido goal was going to come back to haunt us, I think. And you can't blame Garcia for that. You can't blame the team for missing a chance. Luis Romo was in on goal in the first half, rounded the goalkeeper. He should have just shot it. It would have gone in. It would have been 1-1 there and then, and Hugo may have made us 2-1 up. So you can't blame Garcia for the Romo miss either. You can't blame him for Polito not really having another chance. You can't blame him for Cambreros turning into his own net when he was trying to defend the corner. So yeah, I don't think it's a bit. I think it's a bit cheap to blame Garcia for every little thing, in my opinion. Especially when you don't highlight just what he's been doing, the good things he's been doing. The good things he's been doing and what we've been doing this season is bringing in a whole load of youngsters. Cambreros, 18. Yael, I think, is only 19. So Hormiga's coming on now. I think he needs to start games now. He's 21 now, isn't he? Chavez as well. Luis Ray in defence. A whole load of players, 7 players that are below 22 are being injected into this team right now, and performing well. I mean, I said to them, we're going to be costing points because we're bringing all these youngsters in, but they're not actually the ones costing us points. In fact, they're the ones making us do as well as we have been doing. So that's a good positive, huge positive, and that's Garcia's picking the team each week. He's the one that needs to get the praise for that because he doesn't have to. He can. I mean, obviously, Pocho would probably be playing over maybe Cambreros, maybe, but yeah, he's picking the team, he's picking the players, so yes, give credit for that. This is the last game that of his ban, if I'm not mistaken. He had a 3-game ban for kicking Luis James Rodriguez, should I say. So that's all done now, so he should be back now. And we've got an important one. We've got 2 massive games that we need to win. I think 3 actually that we need to win, so that we can climb out the table. So I think we're 11th right now, or 12th, and we're 4 points behind Toluca in 7th. So we need to start winning games. I mean, next game we've got Pachuca at home. I have to win that game, even though Pachuca are a decent team. San Luis away, we need to win that. And obviously we've got Pumas away after that. And then we've got America, we've got 14 games against America for the next couple of weeks after that. So 3 massive games for us. We need to really start getting our season back on track. Like I said, I don't mind Polito starting. I personally would have started Hormiga in this game, in Toluca, but I think he deserves to start against Pachuca. I think he absolutely deserves to start. But I wouldn't be angry if Polito started. I think Polito's doing alright. He's done way more than Chicharito's done. I think, that's the bar's quite low, but I think Polito's done alright going up front. And he should have had a goal in the Toluca game. So, yeah, I don't mind him starting. If we could bring Hormiga off of the bench, that'd be cool. But I think Hormiga should start. I think it should be the other way around. I think Hormiga should start, play most of the game, and then Polito coming on. I think Polito would absolutely tear apart a tiring defence that have been playing for 65, 75 minutes. I think he could get some goals quite well in that scenario, but we'll have to wait and see. Cambreros, the best player of the team right now. I think Padilla's doing really well as well. Piojo still needs to step up. He's got a goal recently, but he needs to step up. And yeah, I just think Chavez as well. Castillo, I think, did alright. I think Mozo was doing alright as well. But Taylor Hales, he made a mistake for the game, for a goal. I think it was before the Toluca game. But overall, Taylor Hales is an outstanding goalkeeper, and we need to make sure that we start getting more clean sheets. But at the moment, it's all about points. We need to get points. If we can get 3 wins, get 9 points on the board, that probably puts us in around 5th, 6th position, I think, going to the America Clásicos. There's 3 of them. We're playing 3 of them, and playing them 3 times in a week is just a joke. But it is what it is. And after we've got the America games, I'm just having a look here. We've got Juarez in March, and then Cruz Azul, which is going to be a huge game at home in the end of March as well. So, yeah, we've got massive, obviously there's an international break in there as well around there. So, yeah, busy, and it's not going to get any easier. And Garcia needs to start really clicking better. Hopefully now that he's learned his lesson, now that he's said his ban, he's learned his lesson, hopefully, and he can come back on and we can manage games a little bit better. But yeah, I'm just keen for this Pachuca game. Just want to get a win and just start getting the rebound and going further up the table. Because I think if we're looking at it right now, I think getting to the gear is a massive achievement, really. But you're looking around the media, they're not really talking about, they're talking a little bit about Vegas scoring, but it's not really about the Toluca win, it's about Cambreros scoring. It's the 18-year-old. It's the other, 19-year-old Padilla as well, the week before that. It's Hormiga coming back. It's Teon Wilkes scoring on his debut. And it's Mateo Chavez. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Why did they turn down a bid for him in the summer, or in the winter, should I say? Well, that's why, because he's going to start, and he's been starting and playing and getting lots of regular minutes. We're bringing him in, developing him nicely, as well as Ray as well in the centre back. So yeah, there is good happening in this club. It's just buried underneath all the crap results, Garcia kicking players and all that other stuff. But there is good things going on right now. If we can keep these core kids, Hormiga, Chavez, Cambreros, all the players that I mentioned, Padilla, if we can keep them for a couple of years, develop them more, bring them into the first team more, probably sell Cal on. Piojo might leave. Cheech will retire. Pulido's only going to be around for a couple of years. You've got to imagine. In a couple of years, these players are going to be league established 23-year-olds, 24-year-olds. At best, and I'm saying that, and in regards to Europe, I mean, if we can get a European club to come in for Chavez, say in the summer, and offer 3-4 million for him, with a buy-on clause or whatever, hell yeah, send him to Europe, make him go to final, make him go somewhere in the Eredivisie or Italy or something, or even the Premier League. Sell them to foreign countries. Don't sell them to Cruz Azules and other drab clubs like that. Sell them to Europe and get benefits later on down the line. Look at Sandy Jimenez. Look at Huerta. Huerta's had to really fight his chance to get over to Europe. And Vasquez as well. He's doing really well over there. Raul Jimenez, he's 30-odd years old and he's still killing it in the Premier League. There's plenty of examples of what a young Mexican kid can do when they're coming through in their Liga MX team. So we're doing well at the moment, developing these players. There's no point us developing them all, doing them all as well, and then selling them to Cruz Azul in the summer. Like, that's just absolutely pointless. Cruz Azul arguably having a worse season than us, so it's a bit of a sideways. But I said Chiquete going to there was a sideways move, and that's proved me right. But just developing these players, get the best out of them here, let them help us win something, and then sell them on to Europe. That's my overall plan. But at the moment, we're just wading through a lot of crap right now. But it is what it is. It's what happens when you bring a load of youngsters in. It's what happens when some of your best players aren't playing at the level they should be. Which is ironic, really. If KK was banging it in, would Padilla be in the team? Would Cambreros be in the team? You have to think about that. You kind of need your best veteran players to not play well for these kids to get a chance. That's what Saka did at Arsenal. He got into the team because Arsenal were doing horrifically. We're finishing 8th, and he got in the team because we had no other option in my opinion, and he's flourished and he's become one of the best players in the Premier League. So same with Chivas. Who's to say Hormiga can't go on and have a Chicharito-esque career? I mean, that's a big leap, and I'm touching wood when I say that. But it's still possible. He's still a really young kid and full of potential, in my opinion. Padilla as well. Cambreros is an 18. He's only just turned 18. And he's already performing, and he looks older than he does, to be fair, but he's already performing at a senior level. How many other players that we do have in Tapatio and under 23s that can come in as well? So the future does look great. It's just the near future is still crap at the moment, and Garcia still needs to prove that he's the coach that can carry us forward. But the backroom staff's got a fair few massive decisions coming up in the next couple of years involving these youngsters, and they have to make the right one. And for me, selling Padilla for 20 million USD to Tigres is not the best decision for Chivas. $20 million, cool, alright, but you sold one of your brilliant, brightest young players in I would say in the last decade, maybe more. You sold him onto a team that's probably going to win more than you are. You just made them stronger, and you've got to play against them twice in a year. You just made it so much difficult for yourself. It's a waste. But if you sell him for $5 million to Feyenoord, and then they bring him into the youth team, they bring him into their first team, and then he starts playing Champions League, Europa League games, whatever, playing against the top teams in the world. And then if they sell him on to an AC Milan for, say, 25 million, and you get a cut out of that, that's for me, that's a better that's a better decision to make than selling him for 20 million to T-Rex. But lots of decisions coming up involving these kids. Sooner or later, the offers are going to start coming in the summer probably, especially for Cambreros, Padilla, maybe even Chavez as well. I mean, there's European clubs. The thing about Chavez is the one thing that the bid did for me is that, okay, there are European clubs 100% definitively interested in him. One of them interested enough to make an offer. Okay, it was probably an exploratory offer. It probably was a half-hearted offer because they didn't come back for another one. But they're interested. There's definite interest in there. You're thinking maybe that across Europe there are real clubs out there that are paying real attention to what Chivas are doing in their youth system, because we've turned it on. That's the one good thing about this club in the last, I would say, 15 years. Or at least 10 years since we won the trophy. Since we last won the trophy. We've been suddenly developing all these youngsters, and it's good to see. So anyway, guys, I'm finishing rambling now. Let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know what you think about the games coming up, and what you think about chances getting into La Liga. And yeah, we'll talk about it very soon in the comments as well. So yeah, have a good day, guys. Have a good week, and I'll see you guys very soon for the Pachuca game, probably next Monday. So yeah, take it easy, guys. I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.